Let's welcome Devin the poet. What up, y'all? Yeah, that last poet just ripped that shit down. Call that shit hot seat for nothing. Alright, here we go. By show of hands, how many people have like people that they just like don't know, but those people that they don't know are like haters and they hate on you? Anybody? Yeah. Like people at your job you don't know and they just randomly hate on people? Maybe it's just me. Shit happens all the time. I see it happening all the time. So I feel like poetry is getting like that. Like poetry is getting like rap almost. Everybody's hating on each other. And sometimes you just want to fucking rock. You just want to say what you gotta say, right? Right? There you go. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, cool. So you know, I wrote this poem for the haters. It's called Fuck You and Your Poems About Nothing. Okay? Here we go. Your eclectic, allegedly poetic messages are easy to produce. Your delivery is original, I give credit where credit is due. But you, sir, want to comment on my pieces, calling them trivial or juvenile. I ask you one question, who the fuck are you? So what are you saying we should all sound like, write like, and talk like you? Just to let you know your confidence comes off as egocentricness. This is why we detest the sight of you, as well as the sound of your poetry. You lack creativity, yet you claim you're the dopest thing on the poetic scene. Well, revolutionary you are not. Matter of fact, your whole fucking being is whack. God tells me not to hate, but I don't know, it just happens every time I see your face. But you're so deep. You're so deep, like plastic kiddie pools. Vocabulary is clearly over your head. This is why you're stuttering so much through your pieces. So I suggest you put down the dictionary to learn the definitions, the words you're using. Your scenic prescriptions are cursory and culpable to the fit and drunken crowd outbursts of shut the fuck up. Although we all sit back and look and see who said it, we all know the ladies aren't feeling the poeticness in your pieces. They are just absurd attempts to obtain the digits, so quit it. Yet you go on exacerbating that same bullshit poem about life and the stripe through your eyes you claim. But I'm sure you haven't experienced a damn thing, and your life poem should be entitled My Whack-Ass Poem About Nothing. Allow me to sample it for a second. How the light blue sunny day instantaneously turns gray, and the rain commences upon my face. Blah, 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 blah. Adding a few catchy similes, honestly, no better uses of the word metaphor from when the first time I learned what a metaphor was. Pow, wow, onomatopoeia, adding a crowd participatory hook, climax to your whack-ass ending in 3, 2, 1. I've seen the world through my eyes. The eyes of March. While your college buddies hold scorecards for you and cheer with you when you're finished with your poetic piece of shit, or should I say poetic piece of garbage, because according to you, Mr. Most Prolific Poet, is it poetic to use curses without diction, as if it lowers the fucking value of our fucking poeticness? I didn't know exact criterion for slam poetic expression existed, but you, sir, forced me to pass judgment upon you, and you, sir, forced me to further tell everyone how I really feel about you using alphabet soup, so here I go. You have an abysmal chance of ever defeating me. The statement of you being an ill poet is utter blasphemy. So allow me to culminate a traditional poem to decimate that statement as I edify your mind, foment your thought process. Am I sounding like a grand delinquent? So what? I'm hermetic and you're an IP, which stands for impotent poet, so nigga stop me. Now you want to cop a plea by saying you were just joking. Well, ha ha ha. Look at this connection with the crowd I have kinetic. As we watch your mind run the labyrinth to create a piece to combat this. Someone get him a pen as my words manifest into deadly weapons. I become infamous or even notorious for bringing poets oblivion. You better than me is a paradox like me being a Republican. Even if I were rich, look at the color of my fucking skin, it's just not gonna happen. You, sir, will never qualify as nice. Call me an amateur poet because I've been doing this for a few years and a half. I ask you again, who the fuck are you to make that dumbass statement that brought this ramification to slander your character? I've transgressed your minuscule presence, urbane you or not. I scream out to you as well as this crowd. Poetry isn't my vocation, but my love. As you slowly slump in your chair wistfully, we've x-rayed your motivation out to the masses. Your ass was just out for ass and profits after all. And your silence speaks volumes. Now where is your zealous? But don't worry, I'm like your poetic syndrome from A to Zinc. And by the way, sir, I must admit that I too write about nothing because this poem was about you.